Welcome to Behind the Lines, coming to you from the socialist, Marxist lines of Washington State. It's a crazy liberal petri dish for the rest of the country, folks. Stay up to date with all the great news right here. Hey guys, welcome to Behind the Line. We're talking about an article on WashingtonPolicyCenter.org that was written in September of 2020, and it's titled Washington State Labor and Industries thinks the COVID-19 lockdowns will last until June 30th, 2021. In a recent request for a proposal, Washington State L&I has asked companies to submit bids for a new L&I education and communication outreach program. The plan is to educate and make sure Washington employers remain in compliance for the continuing COVID-19 business restrictions. All bids are due September 21st, 2020, which means it's closed at this time, and L&I plans on spending $250,000 on that effort. The end date of the contract is June 30th, 2021, 10 months from now. So apparently, and this article states that they're planning for an extended COVID-19 lockdown and believe that it will continue into 2021. And like I said, after Inslee's big speech on Sunday of this week, he hinted that we needed to continue this until the cavalry arrived, and he was referring to the vaccine. And the vaccine probably won't come out or start being distributed, until March or April or shortly after that. So June would be about right. This contract, L&I is asking other businesses basically to rat on each other if they're not in compliance, which is kind of sad that they're asking businesses to do that to each other. In other news, and I haven't been able to confirm this about L&I, supposedly they are asking to raise all businesses' L&I tax to the maximum level, which would obviously be devastating for business. And like I said, I can't confirm this yet. I heard this on another news program, and I looked at L&I's website this morning, and their proposal to the state as of September was to pretty much reduce all businesses' L&I tax. There were some businesses, mostly it looked like emergency type businesses and like garbage men and stuff like that, septic workers, their rates were going to go up minimally, but for everybody else, pretty much it looked like they were going down. So unless something else has been submitted since that budget proposal was put in, I'm going to try to find out and get that information out. So while it appears possibly that people's L&I rates will not go up, that is not going to be the case with the Washington State unemployment tax. Also from WashingtonPolicyCenter.org, October 8th, 2020, Washington State Employment Security is saying that rates may go up 700%. They were already planning on raising rates 300%, but now, given the vast number of Washingtonians depleting the unemployment funds, it looks like employers are about to pay the price. On a recent TVW Inside Olympia TV broadcast, Senator Randy Becker, who serves on the Senate Ways and Means Committee, quoted data she had received from ESD, indicating they were projecting a 700% increase in the unemployment tax rate on Washington business next year. This seven-fold increase in unemployment insurance rates will hit Washington business hard, obviously. While ESD has indicated it will not use a federal loan as originally thought would be necessary, it is planning on utilizing a federal line of credit, which also will need to be repaid. In reality, there practically isn't any difference between a loan or line of credit. Both have to be repaid. This is really going to hurt business. And like State Representative Bruce Chandler, who also served as a ranking member on the House Finance Committee, explained, Washington will become the unemployed state. People will come here to get unemployment benefits. We have a challenging situation now, and increasing the unemployment tax rates will guarantee it will become exponentially worse. Washington will become the subsidy state, which really we pretty much are, especially for homeless and illegals. Everybody's flooding to Seattle because of all the things they get for handouts. The article continues, though, Washington is one of a handful of states that may require employers to pay increased unemployment taxes due to COVID-19 when they reopen. Despite the vast majority of states waiving the requirement to replenish their unemployment trust fund accounts, Washington will only waive the increased repayment requirement if the business has a COVID-19 infection at the business site. So, as they reopen, you're going to have these businesses that are grappling with restocking shelves, refilling refrigerators, rehiring staff. Now they're just going to have another tax that they're going to have to pay. And of course, the majority of these layoffs are due to the stay-at-home order, and so it has the business had nothing to do with it. This is all on the state. And this could, discourage some businesses from even reopening. It's something the state needs to look at. They're going to have to give these business owners some relief. They are just putting them through the ringer, making them stay closed, and now we're talking about extra taxes, and we can't afford to take these hits, and they just keep coming. The state's going to have to step up and do something. Inslee's going to have to come up with a plan. He needs to listen to other lawmakers, hold a special session, and listen to some of these people's plans that they have come up with. They know what their communities need. They were elected by the people of those communities to be a voice in Olympia, and Inslee needs to sit down and listen to them. Democrats are calling for it now. Republicans have been calling for it since at least June. It's time to put everybody's heads together and come up with the best course of action going forward, and not just one guy who doesn't seem to want to listen to the business community. And for everybody saying that you don't value life over money, you're probably the people that are using state benefits in some form or fashion. And where do you think the money comes to pay for those state benefits? It comes from taxes. It comes from business. If businesses are closed, there's no taxes. I don't know if you think that Inslee's just going to get on a computer and type up the amount of money he needs, but that's not going to happen. And this is happening all over the country. So the federal government is going to be in the same boat as the state of Washington, the state of Oregon, the state of Idaho, the state of California, every state in this country. People need to be working, need to be producing, need to be generating an income, paying taxes. Taxes go back into the state coffers, and that's how these programs get paid for. So, and when the fact is that, less than half of 1% of COVID cases can be traced back to restaurants and bars, then there's no reason for them to be closed. And it's the same situation with gyms. Low percentage, almost nothing coming out of gyms. Why are they closed? We need to put Washingtonians back to work in a safe manner. Use the mask, use the hand sanitizer, wash your hands. It's the same precautions you would take for the flu. So just put people back to work. Social distancing, and let's get the economy rolling again before it's past the point of no return. And maybe we're already there. I think we're going to know in the next couple months. 2021 is going to be a fun one, folks. All right. I hope you all have a good afternoon. Be safe.